Hi and welcome. I'm Oracle Asherah. This is an energy reading for cardinal signs. So we are talking to Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries. All right, let's get started. So I see here right off the top that we are having a lot of transition and change, such as the season right now. And especially if you are praying heavy for the right path, the right people, the right situations in your life, you're going to find that in order for those things to happen, a lot of things have to shake up, fall off to make room for. So also be aware that is also to affect your beliefs, what you think, and what you think you know type situation. So if we are stuck in our heads that this is how this is going to look, or this is how this is going to get to me, or this is the path I see that is going to get to me, therefore you are creating some difficulty for things to flow to you because you have an idea of an expectation of how that should look or how it's going to come to you, or how, what, where, when, why. So let's get back to basics. Let's get back to the beginning, the start. So let's get rid of your expectations. Let's get rid of your ideas of how you think things should be. Okay, because by doing so, you're only hurting yourself and creating blocks, because things could be coming to you, and just because it's not the path you expect or want, you can't foresee the big picture. So therefore you're limiting yourself and limiting the angels and your guides from getting you there. Okay, so your angels want you to hear stop, just stop, just stop. Okay, so stop with it's okay to have a vision and dream, but you have to have some flexibility where the help comes in, and how, what, where, when, why. Okay, so we'll come back to this. Okay, right. So, okay, we're coming back to this message again here. So quite often we're so hung up with our beliefs and our expectations that we're going to have a lot of son of a bitch moments. Okay, so these moments are for you to evaluate, was I in my own way here? Was my thought, my belief, my expectation in the way here? Did I get knocked down? Did I not achieve it? Did it slip through my hand because I didn't let things flow? Okay, so your spirit guides are really asking for you to coexist with them, to allow things that don't necessarily make sense right now in this moment for you, to give it some time for it to make sense in a bigger picture, in a bigger way later. Okay, so hang tight, right? Okay, so this is more along the lines of the same message here. So our angels and our spirit guides and our teachers really want you to focus on unconditional love, right, for yourself. And therefore, when you have unconditional love for yourself, you do project that to others, because that is the space you are holding. So therefore, that umbrella is to the people around you. So be kind to yourself, have compassion, understanding, awareness for yourself. Stop with the poo-pooing, the pity party, the poor me, why not me's. Get rid of all that. Okay. Yeah, this is the big one. Stop sowing. So this means quite often we are, with our expectations, our beliefs, and our thoughts, which we do need to reevaluate. Okay, so when we are weaving things together because, oh, that makes sense, or oh, I can see how that's going to get to me, and then we start chasing people hard, or we start going hard for people that we think is the path. Okay, no. Stop sowing. What is for you will come to you. Yes, you have to keep working. Yes, you have to keep focused. Yes, you have to keep moving forward. But stop with, oh, I see how this is going to happen. Oh, I see, I know, I think no, because that's going to set you to fall off, to get disappointed and discouraged. And then therefore that is going to reflect upon how you feel about yourself, as well as your spiritual team and or God. Okay, so this is just a very kind suggestion from your helpers, God, your spirits, your angels, to just coexist, pray, and allow. Okay, so that means you have to do you, but at the same time you have to allow the universe to work with you and for you. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful there, because that was a pretty solid message across the board there. So let's continue on with the next deck of cards here. Cardinal signs. What do we need to know? Okay. Perception, right? So it's basically what we've already been talking about, is perception. When our perception changes, our whole world will change. So allow that to happen for you. Okay, so when we choose to change, we choose to reflect, and we choose to do some inner work and a shadow work or ascension work, it is much easier than universe forcing moments or tower moments upon us that we have to clean up and fix. So when we're doing the choice to change, things will happen a lot faster and smoother, because it is your choice. You're doing it with your conscious and awareness and with purpose. Okay, so do allow perception, your perception, to shift and change, because therefore things will make more sense and become easier for you. And the path to do so is forgiveness. Okay, so forgive yourself for not knowing, forgive yourself for not understanding, forgive others for their involvement, but most of all, holding accountability and responsibility for yourself, and not allowing others to interfere so deeply next time, maybe. Okay, so also this is focusing on your development, your gifts, development in your gifts and awareness, consciousness awareness, and your purpose. Okay, so perception. All right, joy. Okay, where joy lives, God lives. Okay, so find the joy in what you do every day. Make everything joyful. Okay, leave everything better than you found it. Be the joy in yourself, in your world, and therefore you will become nurturing this environment for yourself, and therefore again umbrella to the world. Okay, discernment is super important with that, because quite often when we're building in something, we want to share. We want the whole world to know what we just learned. No. You have to have awareness here that it was specifically for you to learn, to grow, and to advance. Everyone is on their journey. Okay, you need to remember you're on your journey. So turn this inwards. You need to have some discernment. This is for me. This message is for me, right? This growth is for my purpose, my benefit. Okay, so have some discernment with you share with others, because quite often people will put their 2 cents in, people will interfere or destroy. Okay, so be careful what you allow. Right, so the path to abundance, I believe, is joy, loving what you do, and others will be attracted to this energy and frequency and vibes. So hang tight there. Okay. All right, so if we are having a time of heavy burden in this shift to transformation, again, stay focused on the tasks, the work, and keep bringing that joy into your work. Okay, it is hard to shift, transform, and change, and I guess sometimes that is our masculine energy, because quite often it has a distinct or very descriptive job in ourself. Okay, so if I need this, I need to achieve this, I need to get here, I need to do this. So this energy does have a great purpose, but maybe reflect upon the instruction it has to give to you, and maybe lighten that load of it is coming. It's okay. I am doing, I am creating, I am working, I am praying, I am moving forward, even though it is whatever speed, because quite often we have a lot of work to do before we free up our karmas in order for those flows. Okay, so just focus on each day, each moment, and the joy. Okay, so in order to also help with the burden of transformation and change, really do focus on your space, you know, your mental space, your heart space, and your home, your workspace. Okay, make everything sacred. Okay, so whatever that means to you, maybe reflect upon what that means to you, but making things sacred makes it magical. Okay, and that is super important. And quite often what we need to do in order to connect to these energies is retreat, right? So take some time for yourself, write it down. Writing it down makes things happen, right? So journal your intentions, your hope, your wishes, your dreams. Don't focus so much on the how. Let God and spirit work on the how. Okay? All right, let's see what's next here for us. All right, so dreams, right? So hang on to your dreams, right? They're given to you for a reason. They do have great purpose, right? So trust in the process, right? Hold the vision, trust the process. That is a very prominent saying in my life. Okay, so don't give up. Do the work. Okay, so in the process of letting go and transformation, you're going to be finding yourself on deeper levels. This is super beautiful and super important, right? So compassion for yourself, compassion for the journey, right? And therefore, when we are in time of retreat and in prayer and clearing up all the noise or interference that we have around us, answers do come. Okay, so hold the space, hold the vision, trust the process, and keep that focus of peace. All right. So beauty, happiness, courage, closure, clarity, well-being, forgiveness, new beginnings, blessings, freedom, prosperity, empowerment, travel, family, and luck. Okay, these are a lot of power words that Spirit wants you to hear. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so that was pretty packed. So we're just going to move to closing, I guess, here. We're going to ask Ganesh here for some positive closing energy here, right? Okay, beginnings. Beginnings are on its way. All right, so stay focused. Do the work to create that space. Make the choice, because it's much easier when it's in our choice for shifts and changes and for these beginnings to come rather than forced, right? Right? So delight in your wins, right? Concentration is focusing on your work, focusing and the power of concentrating on your dream. Okay, that's going to bring the energy, the answers, the blessing, the flow, right? Remember not to get in the way too much. So spend some time relaxing the mind, relaxing the anxiety, the pressures that we put on yourself, right? So love that masculine side, but and do so by giving it encouragement. It's happening. I believe. I trust, right? Keep those words. And priorities. Priorities is the big one. So focus. Keep those priorities in order. All right, friends and family. Many blessings, and talk soon.